drivers go racing in the sprint.
Play-Doh people!
The big draw today is the opportunity to grab some extra championship points. After all, they could make the difference when the season comes to a close.
So who will reach the peak and who has a mountain to climb here at the Austrian Sprint?
Okay, alright. So here we go, it's time for the sprint race here. Ooh. That is unfortunate for Daniel Ricciardo. We can't really change his setup except for the front wing. And I don't think it's a good I don't think it's a good idea to change the front wing. This I think is as good as we're gonna get. Okay. So looking at Aerosmith. Yeah, okay. So as long as we stay above that line, we should be okay. I'm not going to underfuel our cars for the sprint race. Her setup was better than we expected, actually. So that's all pretty good there. Okay, fine. Okay, I think what we do here is we'll go to the driver options and deploy. And driver options, deploy. Okay, nice and simple strategizing for today. Let's get the Australian sprint race underway. Here we go.
We're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Keep that position if you can, please.
Alright, go for it, Ricciardo. Go for it. Get you some places. Oh wow, we just absolutely fucking screwed over Hulkenberg. Oh god, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Well then, we have been gaining places. Oh, we push Albon slightly wide there. There's a lot of toing and froing. But from 17th and 21st, we've done okay in this opening lap. Yeah, we've done really okay in this opening lap, actually. So, the Austrian Grand Prix, as we can see, has 3 DRS zones. We'll need to see what we can do with them. There is a 75% chance of a safety car. So, you know, we'll need to factor that in mind. So DRS is now enabled, but unfortunately Daniel Ricciardo doesn't get it. And already at the start of lap 1, Alexander Albon has picked up a mechanical fault. Do we have any insight on what kind of mechanical fault it is?
Why are we giving so much?
It sounds like he's eating. I don't know what clipping is. Fine. So this is going to be game on Daniel Ricciardo to try and catch up to George Russell in front of him, although that is a Mercedes, so that's going to be a hard ask of a task. Oh, oh! Well, they went inside each other. Holy shit. In my Christian racetrack, we have 2 people inside each other. That's a hard yikes from me, dog. That's a hard yikes from me. So Aerosmith is within DRS range of Sargent and Stroll in front of us, so she's game on for getting overtakes. And actually Ricciardo has managed to close this gap down a little bit. Jesus ain't taking the wheel. No. Jesus has left this particular shitty show. God, we're so close to DRS. We're so close to DRS. Come on, Ricciardo, I believe in you. I believe! No, Ricciardo doesn't get DRS, and now the ERS battery is empty. This is really rough. We're so close to that DRS window, and we're just not making it happen. Aerosmith, however, does get past Logan Sargent. Let's see how it
Now, this was
happens.
at turn 1. The
Nice.
opportunity begging to be taken.
So on the start-finish straight, we do manage to use DRS to get down that inside line. Nice. That is good going. Alright, that's enough fuel burn.
Reminder a little bit of lift off where you can.
That's as much resources as I can give them. Oh, but Ricardo is now on the back of Ocon. That's unfortunate. And Aerosmith gets past Albon as well. That would have been in the first DRS zone. Why the fuck does Daniel Ricciardo sound like he's on the other side of the fucking world?
Okay.
This is a weirdly racy performance from Raven Aerosmith. This is kind of weird to see, all things considered. But Daniel Ricciardo has finally found himself in the mix. But here's the question, can we find a way past Esteban Ocon? So in a sprint race, it's only 8th and above that gets points, so the chances of us getting there... Oh, he does! Down the inside line at the end of the start-finish straight, we find a way past Esteban Ocon. Daniel Ricciardo is going to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, and indeed he is.
So we are 5th until
Let's go to standard tire use for both of our cars and try and hold on to this tire life, as we get told by our minions that Yuki Tsunoda has picked up a mechanical fault as well. So Ricardo is there or thereabouts within... okay, we lost a place again on Aerosmith. That's okay. Effectively, the result of this doesn't matter because we're unlikely to score any points, and we won't, we don't get any race bonuses from finishing these races, so pretty happy to just ignore this. Here comes Iwasa on Aerosmith, but here comes Aerosmith on Albon. Unfortunately, nothing happened. Unfortunately, the downside to there being a 75% chance of safety car is there is a chance that the car that causes the safety car is my driver, so that is something we need to bear in mind. I thought I just heard some tire screeches. Ricardo finds himself in 13th place now. He's doing really well.
Let's have a look now. Around turn 3, the gap opens up for them.
So that is a DRS pass for Daniel Ricciardo to get himself up into 13th place. I did hear tire screeches. There was a lockup. There was a lockup for Esteban Ocon. There it is, folks. There it is. And we just tune into Raven Aerosmith as she finds a way past Alexander Albon. So both Hibble F1 cars are fucking turning up the wick today. Which is weird. They obviously knew that they had bad qualifying and they took that personally. Unfortunately, Ricardo is going to be hard-pressed to catch up to the back end of George Russell, so this is now going to be a defensive sprint for the next, say, 20 laps. As Gasly uses the DRS to come up the inside, he does make it work. Can he hold on to that position? No, he has to back out of it, actually, allowing Ricardo to get past. Oh, thank you, Mono. Yeah, folks, in about 3 minutes' time, we're going to be hitting up with a little ad break. As we see Gasly finally get past Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo is sticking with it, though. They are side by side. And Daniel Ricciardo does get the better run with the longer line and manages to just sail on past. But this is going to be the order of the day for Daniel Ricciardo. This is just going to be a wheel-to-wheel battle until the race ends, pretty much. Same for Aerosmith, all things considered. Yes, we are going to be popping to an ad break in about 3 minutes' time. It's just 2 minutes of ad, folks. Hopefully you can bear with them. Keeps me TOS compliant, helps support the channel. So 3 minutes' time, you'll see 2 minutes of adverts, and hopefully you will stick with them to see that I'll see you on the other side. Perez seems to have picked up some battle damage. I'm not really sure how that happened. That is quite interesting. God, Daniel Ricciardo. This is going to have to be the defense of the century from Daniel Ricciardo. the fuck is messaging me at nearly midnight? Oh. It's my friend. So it's now Lance Stroll's turn to have a go, and the Aston Martin is objectively a faster car. He tries to go around the outside. Can he make it work? He can. He does get the better run. And it's now going to be on game on Daniel Ricciardo to come back. Daniel Ricciardo does get the DRS, and that does allow him the inside line. Stroll's probably going to get a better run out of this longer right-hand corner. Indeed, they're still side by side coming into this little kind of bell end section, and Ricciardo has no choice but to slot behind Lance Stroll. That's unfortunate. Can Ricciardo find a way past, however? That is going to be the aim of the game.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
Despite Iwasa running in 6th place in the previous race, Aerosmith is quite comfortably keeping him at bay. So this is a good defensive drive from Aerosmith. Let's see if Daniel Ricciardo can manage to close up onto the back of Lance Stroll. So unlike the Alpine, the Aston Martin is objectively a faster car than our Hibble F1 car. So it's going to have to be purely on merit that Daniel Ricciardo gets past, and as we say that Iwasa gets past, that looks like it is going to be a DRS pass for Iwasa getting past Aerosmith. Same again, the RB car is objectively faster, so it's going to be game on Aerosmith to see if she can find a way past. I think we're just doing neutral ERS use for both of our drivers. Oh, and we missed it, but Daniel Ricciardo does find a way past Lance Stroll. Let's watch the replay and see how it happens. So I think that's the tail end of a DRS zone. He manages to sneak down the inside line, and that's a block pass. So Stroll actually loses a lot of speed coming out of that corner, which is pretty good. Pretty good for us. So Daniel Ricciardo back up into 13th place, and Aerosmith up into 18th place. Is still holding on to Iwasa. But we'll need to see if she can't find a way past him. We're dropping Albon, which is pretty good, but this might end up being a really good circuit for us. Oh, there's the Williams. Yeah, okay. Albon is actually touching on out of DRS's distance, which is pretty good. Meanwhile, at the sharp end of this grid, we have the Red Bulls and the McLarens fighting side by side for 1st and 2nd place, respectively. I think that was actually a pass there, because I noticed Verstappen had the DRS. Leclerc is right behind him in 3rd place with Oscar Piastri in 4th. Sainz is 5th, and then Hamilton is 7 seconds nearly off of the pace, being handed down by Sergio Perez. Yuki Tsunoda is 2.5 seconds behind him in 8th, with Fernando Alonso chasing him down. Russell is on his own in 10th, with Bottas in 11th, fighting off from Kevin Magnussen. Lance Stroll is 3 seconds behind, with Pierre Gasly behind him, and Daniel Ricciardo having lost 2 places now in 15th. Ocon is 16th, Iwasa is 17th, 2.5 seconds behind, and Aerosmith has dropped right back now, 2.5 seconds behind. Albon is really close to the back end of Aerosmith, with Hulkenberg just behind him, and Zhao, and then Sargent. So Aerosmith is currently leading a 5-car battle for 18th place. Daniel Ricciardo looks like he's trying to catch up to the back end of Pierre Gasly. Let's see if he can't make that particular magic happen. And we've had the confirmation of 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go. Still all the time in the world for a safety car. So Ricciardo has dropped right back. Okay, our drivers are continuing to drop. Oh, this is an absolute maelstrom for this is an. I wish there was a better camera angle of that. This is an absolute maelstrom for 18th place. We'll see if we can get some good screenies of this massive 4-way car battle. Everybody is ducking and diving, trying to find a way past Raven Aerosmith, who is doing the defensive drive of her career today, to hold on to 18th place, you know? Exciting. We've managed to, in Daniel Ricciardo's neck of the woods, we have managed to eke out a little bit towards Pierre Gasly, but annoyingly we have been overtaken by Esteban Ocon. This will give us the DRS though, so hopefully we can just immediately repass him again. And indeed, Ricciardo is going for the inside line. He's gonna get it, but can't. Ooh, that looked like almost we caught some air on that curb.
This was good. In front of us, Gasly.
Ooh, Zhao. Zhao finds a way past Aerosmith. That's interesting. Can Aerosmith find a way past again? No, because Aerosmith doesn't have the DRS, but Zhao does. That is unfortunate for Aerosmith. That's unfortunate. So we're going to have to hold on to the back end of Zhao on merit and see where or not we can end up. Oh, but already we're a second and a bit of drift. That extra DRS that Zhao got is just... unfortunate. Yeah, real unfortunate. Yuki Tsunoda's mechanical woes have worsened. Let's give Aerosmith a little bit more tire to play with. Ricciardo is doing okay. Aerosmith blocks from Nico Hülkenberg, who tries to go on the outside line. Can he make it work? He does get pushed off wide, and he's going to lose a place to Sargent. That is unfortunate. He does end up on the grass as well. Lucky not to pick up too much in the way of damage there. Ricciardo's going side by side with Esteban Ocon. Hibble F1 is putting in the absolute sparring match today. We did technically lose out on the place, but we'll see if Daniel Ricciardo can find a way past. And at the moment, it doesn't look particularly likely. Iwasa has caught up to the back end of to Ricciardo, having overtaken Aerosmith earlier on. Ricciardo does look like he is in danger of dropping back from Esteban Ocon, which would be really unfortunate. Yeah, and Zhao has dropped Aerosmith, so unfortunately this defensive drive is going to have to continue, unfortunately. So with the DRS, we'll see if we can catch up to Ocon, but Iwasa's making this really, really difficult for us. Gonna get the DRS again. This is almost a double DRS zone, but isn't. It's actually almost a triple DRS zone, but isn't. Oh, and Ricciardo's going for the inside line on Esteban Ocon. They're side by side. I think they bump wheels a little bit there. That does cause Daniel Ricciardo to lose a little bit of momentum. Yep, and Ocon holds on to the position, but Ricciardo is very almost side by side. He goes for the inside line again, and he makes it work. Now, can Iwasa get past? That is going to be one of the key questions here.
You're doing a good job.
How's Daniel Ricciardo? Oh, Daniel Ricciardo still feels pretty peak, which is good. And Aerosmith is pretty confident about herself as well. Yeah, okay. So we're coming up on 10 laps to go here. I think when we see Verstappen take the start line this time round, we'll have official... Sorry, I just accidentally fucking thunder cunted my microphone. Yeah, I think when we take when Max Verstappen takes the line, we will see confirmation of 10 laps to go. We did have a report of car damage, but I wasn't sure who it was. I did miss the message somewhat. Ocon and Iwasa are all over the back end of Daniel Ricciardo. This is going to be hard to try and make this work. Ricciardo gets the inside line and he does get the better run, whereas Ocon does not. There it is. There's our confirmation. 10 laps to go. There's no way we're catching up to Magnussen like this because, yeah, we're spending so much time scrapping. It's going to be the same for Aerosmith. We're never going to catch up to Zhao because Sargent, Albon, and Hülkenberg are absolutely riding the struggle bus for us. And, yeah, okay, so... I guess it's going to be game on to see what happened there. Not sure what happened to those cars. They didn't have their DRS open, even though they would have surely had DRS. But there's now a three-way battle for position. This is such a spicy little battle for Hibble F1. course, it's not the only battle on track. There is a four-way battle going on for the lead of this race between Verstappen,
So we just have to,
Leclerc,
get
Sainz,
it
and
done.
Piastri. But it does feel like this battle is just so much closer between Ricciardo, Iwasa, and Ocon, whom Daniel just gets past to re-secure 15th place. And poor Ocon.
You're doing a very good job.
Poor Ocon just gets absolutely thrown into the pebbles. Oh, was that a bit naughty from Daniel Ricciardo? Let's see how it happens. No, there's no pressure there. I'm the first to point out that my drivers are sometimes dog shit for running people off the corner of the map, but there's no pressure there, and Ocon folded to it, so make that make sense. Okay, so it's now just down to a two-car battle between Daniel Ricciardo and Iwasa. It does look like the Ferraris are fighting side by side, and all of this combat wombat that is going on the track makes me think that there might end up being like a last-minute safety car to like finish off this race.
We now have Ocon behind us.
Not entirely sure how this is
Ocon
going to
2.2.
go. Daniel Ricciardo has been overtaken by Iwasa. Which isn't ideal. We'll see if he can get past on the DRS though. So Daniel's DRS is open, whereas Iwasa's is not. So it's 0.4 seconds. It's 0.2 seconds. It's 0.1 second. He thought about the inside line, but he couldn't make it work for Daniel Ricciardo. This means he needs to stick with Iwasa during the kind of little bell end complex that is in the middle of this here circuit. Oh, yellows.
We just keep the head down.
No idea what happened there. We'll get told by race control. Carlos Sainz, of all people, suffers a lockup.
Heading into turn 1. Oh, and the car locks up. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
So going for the lead of the race, Carlos Sainz locks up, and that absolutely relegates him down the order, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo is now approaching the DRS zones, and he is going to get the DRSs. So the DRS is open. 0.6, 0.5. This one is quite short.
Keep focusing.
So they turn around. And the DRS opens, and this is the big one. So 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. DRS closes. Oh, that was very almost front to rear contact. That was actually probably a bit scary, all things considered. And we're in the third DRS zone now, but Iwasa will have secured a little bit of gap from Daniel Ricciardo. And he isn't going to make it anything happen, so this is going to be a next time around kind of situation. Aerosmith is actually managing somehow to eke out a little bit onto Zhao, despite being absolutely hounded by Alexander Albon. So that is quite fascinating to see.
Good job.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ricciardo manages to get past Iwasa.
Right, let's follow the action now at turn 7.
So this isn't a DRS pass, this is purely on merit. Daniel Ricciardo dives down the inside and uses that inside line. Oh, okay, he did get pushed off a little bit, okay. If I was a racing steward, I would probably be a little bit meh about that. I would be asking some questions about that one. However, that does give Daniel Ricciardo 15th place, and we are 1 second to the good from Iwasa now, which means he doesn't get DRS. But unfortunately, Esteban Ocon is in a pretty racy car and has now already found a way past Iwasa. So that could prove a little bit problematic. We'll need to see. Oh, and Aerosmith loses out to Albon. So can Aerosmith get past? This is going to be one of the key questions for us. So there's Aerosmith with her DRS open. She's going to try for the inside line here. Albon lets it happen, and he lets her just sail down the inside. And actually, that puts him into the clutches of Nico Hülkenberg. I'm not sure what brand of struggle bus that Logan Sargent is riding, but he is well off the pace in 22nd place. And And Daniel Ricciardo is now leading a three-way battle for 15th place. There's a three-way battle for first place that actually does look like it's heating up. So let's watch this for a little bit. We have Max Verstappen in the #1 spot, being hunted down by Charles Leclerc, who is in turn getting overtaken by Oscar Piastri. That was not the screenshot I was quite looking for. And so yeah, we have a pretty banging three-car battle. Ooh, and Esteban Ocon has now found a way past Daniel Ricciardo, which isn't ideal, and actually Iwasa finds a way past as well. So Daniel Ricciardo, unfortunately for Hibble F1, has lost 2 places.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
For 2 places in 1 lap, which is not ideal. Yuki Tsunoda has mechanical fault has worsened. Okay, it's gonna be game on Daniel Ricciardo to see if we can get past again. Aerosmith, how are we doing over here? Yeah, okay. I think we can get past Alexander Albon, but we need to put in the work to get behind him first, which isn't necessarily ideal. Okay, so we're about to come into the DRS sectors for this game, so let's see what Daniel Ricciardo can do. So coming onto the start-finish straight, the DRS is going to open. Iwasa is going to try and get past Esteban Ocon as well, and indeed he's going to have a really good chance of it. They go side to side, and they're still side to side. Daniel Ricciardo is just in the distance trying to catch up here. I'm not sure why Ricciardo doesn't have his DRS open. He would certainly have been within DRS distance. But no DRS for Daniel Ricciardo. That was a little bit strange. Now he gets DRS on the shortest of them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened that Daniel Ricciardo didn't get DRS there. That's maybe potentially going to fuck us a little bit. We're coming to the concluding stages of this race, so let's give our drivers their ERS.
Okay, understood.
And we'll just have to see what we can do. Leclerc has dropped off the pace, so this is now left at a 2-car battle between Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri for the lead of this race. We'll need to see how this wraps out. Piastri is going to get the DRS in the 3rd and final DRS straight.
Okay, that's okay.
I guess 2nd? I don't know, it's always hard to judge it when you go across the start-finish straight. Piastri is going to think about the inside line, but Max Verstappen is just too fast to make that happen. Daniel Ricciardo, with using his ERS, has caught onto the back of Esteban Ocon. Iwasa's pulled out 2 seconds on Ocon, which is pretty ridiculous, actually. Ricciardo now does have the DRS and manages to find a way past on the outside line, but can he hold it? Can he hold it? Esteban Ocon comes up the inside. Is he going to run him wide? He does not. He does not, but they're still side by side, and Ocon's going to have the DRS, but he backs off. He backs off. So with confirmation of 3 laps to go, Ricciardo moves up into 16th place, and it's going to be game on to see if we can catch up to the back end of Iwasa. Meanwhile, Aerosmith gets past Zhao and Albon. So Zhao there.
That sees them move up into 18.
But how did we get ahead of Albon? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So both of our drivers are continuing to put in work, which is good. So yeah, so a double pass actually for Aerosmith. So Aerosmith is going to be peak. This is the first time we've seen Aerosmith peak in a long time. Can she use that peak performance to catch up to Ocon? I would think it unlikely. Ocon is now in 17th place, and we're hunting down Iwasa, but I highly doubt we're going to be able to make that work. Can Ocon get DRS? I think we've actually dropped him from DRS distance, which is pretty good. Zhao is trying to find a way back to the back end of Aerosmith. He's getting closer, but he isn't making it happening. He isn't making it happen. God, my English is terrible today. Gonna hold on to our tire use just a little bit more. Zhao is right on the back end of Aerosmith. Ugh. Do you know what? Don't fix what ain't broke. Let's just hold on to the back end of this one. Poor Carlos Sainz, after his lockup, he's probably going to run out of tires before the end of this race. So this is going to be quite interesting from his point of view. Oh, we've got some fuel to burn for Daniel Ricciardo. Let's do it.
You can reduce liftoff.
Let's burn some excess fuel for Daniel Ricciardo. 2 laps to go. Daniel Ricciardo is relatively secure unless he makes a mistake. It's Aerosmith that is getting hunted down by an absolute freight train of 4 cars. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So Zhao with the DRS open is now down to 0.3 seconds as Max Verstappen goes onto the final lap of this race. Carlos Sainz in 4th is about to hit the cliff, so Perez is going to be hunting him down as best he frigging can. Let's pay attention to this battle of the leaders. On the final lap of this here sprint race, Oscar Piastri goes left, he goes right, he goes left, he goes left. He tries around the outside line. It looked like there was a bit of a bump there, but no damage. And Oscar Piastri, on the final lap of the sprint race, does manage to get himself ahead of Max Verstappen. But can he hold it? Can he hold it? There's now no DRS until the end of the race. I guess for the final portion of the start-finish straight there is. So it's going to be all eyes on this lead battle, but Piastri is commanding this gap. It's a good gap and he's holding on to it. And as they come around to start-finish straight, Piastri, having secured the lead of this race, does take the number 1 position with Verstappen 2nd and Leclerc in 3rd. Piastri's teammate Norris is in a battle with Lewis Hamilton. But Hamilton doesn't really have an answer for him. The next battle is Russell on Alonso, but that is going to be too far of a gap. It's going to be all eyes, I think, on our team, Aerosmith, to see if Zhao can get past her in the final couple of corners. Let's just give her everything she's got, Captain. And we want to hold on to this gap as much as we can.
Okay, we take the flag.
So Ricciardo takes the checkered flag, and here comes Aerosmith to take the checkered flag. Done. Done, done, done. That was an impressive drive from both of our drivers, actually. Yeah, that was a really impressive drive from both of our drivers. Ha!
The competition out there was certainly tough today, and it leaves many coming away from the sprint empty-handed.
It's a P18 finish. Let me assure you, no one wants to find themselves down there.
That's good for us. That is good for us. So, Oscar Piastri, with a hell of a drive, gains 4 places to take the number 1 spot in this place. Max Verstappen loses 1 spot, because he was our pole starter, to finish 2nd. Charles Leclerc takes the final step on the podium. Down at the potato end of the grid, Daniel Ricciardo started 6th. I thought he started 17th. Somebody must have had a penalty, but he finished where he started, whereas Raven Aerosmith, yeah, somebody must have had a penalty, actually, because we were 21st, I think, for Aerosmith. Anyway, good result for us. Really good result for us.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready
Bull.
and raring
A
to
Red
go.
Bull.
Spielberg's short track comes with 2 high-speed straights. It might be tempting to prioritize low downforce here, but teams risk losing time when cornering if they do.
Now we see Sauber's driver there, Karun. How do you think?
I'm not Sauber!
Well, neither teammate has really managed to score well so far.
I'm not
Picking up a few
Sauber!
points this weekend would spur on a bit of healthy rivalry.
Wah.
And you're right. Well, it's nearly time for qualifying.
Red Bull ring. Wah. Wah. Yeah. Okay, so that puts us to qualifying. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a save. So I could do qualifying and the race. However, that'll take us another 2 hours, and we're kind of already at the 4 hours of like stream. That's twice I've punched my microphone today. Stream kind of limit. So yeah, I think we're probably going to end up just calling it here for stream, but it's been good. Well, it's been okay. We've had a shit race, but it was a so-so race. And we've had a good sprint race, but we're not going to get anything for it. I think it sounds like that we are kind of getting set up for what is going to be quite a good main race, which we'll be doing next time we play Formula 1 Manager. We are going to be streaming again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I was in two minds about what I wanted to do game-wise, and I still am. It's either going to be Airport Simulator or Transport Fever. Yeah. I'm still trying to feel that one out in my head, all things considered. But for today, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically going to be it. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Formula 1 Manager is a good one to find somebody who is also playing Formula 1 Manager. Let's see if any of my previous raidees are around. And indeed they are. Indeed they are. Oh, no, they're actually playing Formula 1. Nah, do you know what? Let's go and show some, from one Formula 1 game to a different Formula 1 game, let's go and show some love and support to Sober oh, that's not well. Raid. Let's go and show some love and support to Sober David, who is currently playing Formula 1 2025. I thought it was Formula 1 Manager 2025, but it is in fact not. We're going to be back tomorrow at 8 PM for some more streaming shenanigans. Thank you, Mono. I hope you have a good rest of your day as well. But for just now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Please tell me you saw that.
Yes.
I'm killing gnomes like my name is fucking... Gnome Killer. Yeah.
Dude, you had such a strong start to that, and then you just like, then you fucking shifted into reverse.
Yeah.
Man, this thing handles like a bus that's got a lost fucking... something. Alright, let's just abandon.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh!
Okay, that is your fault. I can't understand.
Hibble.
Yeah, what's good?
1v1.
What is it?
Yeah, and they're just gonna die!
Yes!
Fuck yeah! Yes! Fucking legend.
Follow the markers to board your train. Screw you, I will follow the markers to board your mother. Right, let's...
Oh shit! No! 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 I finally got the fucking kill! I finally got the fucking kill! And it's fucking drowned itself!
Guys, do you want to see what happened to me before?
Yes.
Watch this, right?
Oh, you did.
Yo, bro, you went flying and you died?
Yeah, you die at the other side.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
hilarious.
So, now you understand why I was laughing like that.
You're in a safe place. I'll try and keep it that way, but no promises.
You landed right on my top of my head, you fucking...